from sinks, showers, toilets, laundries are considered as a wastewater. So this water is used, okay, should not be wasted. We must use this in such of that cleaning process after it. So we must clean it up by removing pollutants. Now let's understand what happens, where this wastewater goes and what happens to it. So let's first start that water is our lifeline. Water है वो हमारी lifeline है. Now clear water that is fit for use is unfortunately not available to all. It has been reported that more than 1 million of the people have no access to safe drinking water. This accounts for a large number of water-related diseases and even deaths. People, even children, walk for several kilometers to collect clean water. Okay, as you understand in chapter 16. So, water scarcity increases due to the pollution, growth, population, industrial development, and mismanagement, and other various factors. So, realizing the urgency of the situation on the World Water Day on 22nd March 2005, the General Assembly of the United Nations proclaimed the period of 2005 to 2015 as the International Decade for Action on Water for Life. Now, what all these efforts made during this decade only aim is to reduce by half number of the people who do not have access the safe drinking water. There has been considerable progress in the direction that aim, but still there is a lot to achieve. Now let's start with this cleaning of water. As we understand, this water should be clean. Now what is this? Now cleaning of water is a process of removing pollutants before releasing or before it enters to water bodies, okay, before it is reused. So the process of wastewater which is treated commonly is known as sewage treatment. Now it takes place in several stages. So first let us understand about what is sewage. Now sewage is a wastewater released by homes, industries, hospitals, offices and other users. It also includes rainwater that runs down the street during a storm or heavy rain. So sewage, all types of impurities, okay, sewage, that is all types of these waters. Sewage is a liquid waste. We can say it is a liquid waste. Sewage is nothing but it's a liquid waste. So which is dissolved and a suspended impurity. कितनी सारी इसमें impurities mixed होती है. So let's find it out. Sewage is a complex mixture containing suspended solids, organic and inorganic impurities, nutrients, saprophytes and disease-causing bacteria and other microbes. Various these impurities are mixed in it. So there are various impurities. So let's understand the various impurities. Among them, one is organic, one organic impurities. Okay. Now what these organic impurities have? Human fecal, animal waste, oil, urea or uric acid, pesticides, herbicides, fruit and vegetable waste, etc. That are organic impurity which is be useful in anyhow of the purpose. The next impurities is inorganic impurities. Next is inorganic impurities. Thus these impurities will not organic. Isn't it? Now these impurities impurities are nitrates, phosphates, metals, various other things. Now let's understand about the another one. It is nutrients. Now nutrients are the phosphorus and nitrogen. We have understand about that. Other microbes are bacteria such as Vibrio, like cholera, which causes cholera, and Salmonella, Ferrotyphi, which causes typhoid. Now such as other microbes also are there, protozoans, which causes dysentery. So all these bacteria, impurities, organic, are known as sewers. Now forming as sewerage. It is like a, what is the sewerage? It is like a transport system carrying sewage from the point of being produced, clean water lana point of being produced, and to the point of disposal, takes out wastewater. That is a treatment plants. So various procedures are there. Among them, one treatment plant is, first you have to fill a large jar 3/4 full of water, add some dirty organic matter such as grass, pieces of orange peels, and some of that any color. Next, keep a jar and shake it well and mixture set for a sun for 2 days. Now keep that mixture of water in a sun for 2 days. After 2 days, shake the mixture and pour it into a small sample into the test tube and label sample 1. Okay, before treatment. Now that you need to smell. It will be full. Now use an aerator which you had seen in aquarium. Okay, to the bubbles air through the sample in the glass jar. Now there are the several hours of aeration. Then leave the aerators attached overnight. If you do not have an aerator, use a mechanical stirrer or a mixture which will help the flow of air very easily plants. The next day, when the aeration is complete, pour another sample into a second test tube and label it sample 2 test tube after aeration. Now fold a piece of filter paper to form a cone. Wet the paper with the tap water and then insert the cone in a funnel. Now mount the funnel. उसको mount करना है, means put करना है, and place the layer of sand, gravel, and finally medium gravel in the funnel, which is actually, we can say, filter plant does not use filter paper, but we use filter paper. If you are having at home, you can go through it. Okay. Now pour the remaining aerated liquid through the filter into the beaker and do not allow the liquid to spill over the filter. You need to keep it at, it will be in the beaker only. Okay. If the filter liquid is not clear, filter it with a few tanks till you get a clear water. Now pour a sample of the filter water into the third test tube and name it filter sample 3. Now after another sample of the filtered water into a fourth test tube, add a small piece of chlorine tablet which makes well and water is clear. Now label that is chlorinated sample 4. So observe carefully all the samples and observe the smell, taste, but do not taste it. Just notice the difference. So just smell it. So you will find that what changes you will observe in the appearance in the liquid after aeration. Some of the color will be changed. Did aeration change the order? Yes, oxygen flows. Anaerobic and aerobic bacteria takes place, isn't it? Oxygen. What was removed by sandpaper? Impurities are removed. Did chlorine remove the color? Yes, makes the water transparent and clear, we can say. Did chlorine have an odor? No. Was it worse than a wastewater? Much, but not. If we do that properly, it will not worse. So let's start with this wastewater treatment plant. How this wastewater treatment plant takes place. With the wastewater treatment plant, we can say WWTP. Now first, what we have to do? What is done in this plant? Treatment of wastewater involves physical, chemical, and biological processes which removes physical, chemical, and biological matter that contaminates the water. All these matter which contaminates the water, that all are treated. Okay, and which are there in this wastewater. So very first thing, wastewater is passed through bar screen. Now it is first passed with the bar screen. Now what this done? Now bar screens, large objects like rags, sticks, cans, plastics, napkins, these all are removed from it. Okay. Next, water then goes to a grit and sand removal tank. Okay. Water goes to a grit and sand removal tank. Okay. After that, step 1. Grit and sand removal tank. The speed of the incoming water decrease and allow the sand and grit and pebbles to settle down. यहाँ पे वो settle हो जाते हैं. Next, after this, the water is then allowed to settle in a large tank which is sloped towards the middle. Okay, water then allowed to settle in a large tank. Here, water settles. Okay, in large sludge also, isn't it? Now a skimmer removes the floatable solids like oil and grease, and water so cleared is called clarified water. Now the sludge is transferred to a separate tank where it is decomposed by anaerobic bacteria. This sludge is transferred to a next tank which is decomposed by the anaerobic bacteria. Now the biogas produced in this process can be used as a fuel or can be used as to produce electricity. So which gas is produced? We can say biogas, isn't it? By decomposers, by anaerobic bacteria. Now air is pumped into clarified water. Now what is pumped? Air is pumped. Air pumped, isn't it? Into this clarified water after it is removed. Sludge is removed. To help the bacteria to grow. Aerobic bacteria, isn't it? In the presence of oxygen. You remember now? Bacteria consume human waste, food waste, salts and other unwanted matter still remaining in the clarified water. After several hours, the suspended microbes settle at the bottom of the tank as an activated sludge. Work as sludge हो जाता है activated. Now what is this activated sludge? Then water is removed from the top. But let's understand what is this activated sludge. This activated sludge is about 97% of water. The water is removed by sand drying bags or machines. Now dried sludge is used as a manure, returning organic matter and nutrients to the soil. It will help in this. So the treatment water was very low level of the organic material and suspended matter. It is discharged to a sea, a river or into a ground. So nature cleans it up further. Sometimes it may be unnecessary to disinfect water with the chemicals like chlorine and ozone. Now which is used? Chlorine or ozone gets passes through it, isn't it? To make the water disinfect. उसमें जो माइक्रोबैक्टीरिया होते हैं वो inactive कर देते हैं, disinfect. Okay. So ozone releasing it before the distribution system. So water in a river cleaned naturally by the process that are similar to those adopted in a wastewater treatment plant. Students, that it has been suggested that we should plant a eucalyptus tree all along the sewage points. जहाँ पे sewage के points होते हैं ना वहाँ पे eucalyptus की plants grow करने चाहिए eucalyptus trees because these trees absorbs all surplus wastewater rapidly and release pure water vapor in the form in the atmosphere, isn't it? Eucalyptus tree है ना उसकी ये property है कि वो wastewater में से जो surplus water होगा ना वो absorb कर लेगा quickly and pure water vapor transpiration takes place into the atmosphere. Now what you become to become an active citizen? Waste generation is a natural part of human activity, isn't it? Waste is generated by humans, so it is a natural process. But we can limit this type of waste and quantity of waste produced. Often we have been repelled by offensive smell. The sight of open drains is disgusting. Many attempts to notice when you go to a market or any public place, the sides of these sewages are open. Their canes are there open, isn't it? That places. The situation worsen in the rainy seasons when the drains start overflowing from that sewages. We have to wade through the mud pools on the roads. Most unhygienic and unsanitary conditions prevail. Flies, mosquitoes and other insects breeds in that, isn't it? That is the best sites for the breeding of these types of organisms like mosquitoes, flies, and they spread diseases around us. You can be enlightened citizen and approach the municipality or the Gram Panchayat. Insist that the open drains should be covered. If the sewage of any particular house makes the neighborhood dirty, you should request them to more considerate about others' health, isn't it? If the neighbor's person lying beside you, if they throw much waste outside the house or that such types of waste will harm us, so you should request them and make aware about the others' health also. So we should be treatment plant easier, their burden will easier, isn't it? इसका load भी बढ़ जाता है, तो we should try to lessen the load of the WWTP plant. The first one of the ways to minimize or eliminate the waste and pollutants in the soils to see what you are realizing down the drain. We must be thinking what we are throwing in the drain. Is it that few of the things which we are not disposed in drain, we need to dispose in their respective dustbin, isn't it? Cooking oil and fats should not be thrown down the drains. You know these various types of when the functions of some of the methods, that drains are open and that just simply throw this cooking waste, oils and fats, all these things. They can be hardened and blocked in the pipes because oil will not allow to absorb the water, isn't it? So they can harden the block the pipes. In an open drain, the fats clog and soil pores reduces its effectiveness in filtering the water. वो clogging हो जाता है, clog हो जाता है वहाँ पे. Throw oil and fats in a dustbin. So first, cooking oil and fats. Cooking oil and fats should be removed. Okay, we can say that cooking oil and fats should not be discharged in drains. Okay, because it's blocked up the pipe. So it will not able the soil pores to infiltrate the water. So throw oil and fats in the dustbin. Next, chemicals like paints, solvents, insecticides, motor oil, medicines may kill microbes that help purify water. So do not throw them down the drain. So next, chemicals and other impurities should be disposed in that proper way. We need to throw in drain. Okay, it will kill the microbes. What it will do? Kill the microbes, which helps to for anaerobic. We understand aerobic and anaerobic bacteria. Next, used tea leaves, solid food remains, soft toys, cottons, sanitary towels, etc. should not be thrown in a dustbin. Okay, the used tea leaves, cottons, food waste, etc. should not be thrown in drain because this waste choke the drains, isn't it? They choke the drains because it will does not allow a free flow of oxygen. So this hampers the degradation process. वहाँ पे ऑक्सीजन का फ्लो नहीं होगा तो वहाँ से सड़ना ही स्टार्ट हो जाएगा. Okay, so this waste choke the drains because it will hampers the degradation process. ये यहीं पे वो choke करना स्टार्ट कर देगा because free flow of oxygen will not take place. Okay, what will not take place as it hampers the degradation process. So these are the things we need to keep in mind. Okay, so various things you should also do. Always throw waste in a proper disposable dustbin in their proper respective dustbin. Various types of waste are there and various types of dustbin on that basis: medicinal waste, food waste, polluted solid waste, isn't it? So you need to practice this. Okay. In disease, poor sanitation and contaminated drinking water is a cause of a large number of diseases. In a very large fraction of our people in India are deficiency of one. On our river dry beds, railway tracks, near fields, and many a time directly in water. So untreated human excreta is a health hazard. It may cause water pollution and soil pollution. So both the surface water as well as groundwater get polluted. We rivers, isn't it? So it must common root for waterborne diseases. Like various diseases happens due to this if these impurities are in the water. Cholera, typhoid, polio, hepatitis, meningitis, dysentery. Okay. Now let's understand what are the alternative arrangement for the sewage disposal. To improve the sanitation, low-cost on-site sewage disposal systems are being encouraged. Examples are septic tanks, chemical toilets, composite pits. Septic tanks are suitable for the places where there are no sewer systems like hospitals, isolated buildings, or we can say clusters of 4 to 5 houses. Some organizations offer hygienic on-site human waste disposal technique. These toilets do not require scavengings. Excreta from the toilets is flowed through the covered drains into the biogas plants where the biogas is used for the further energy source. This biogas is used for the used as a source of energy. Now very well-known vermi processing toilets are there. Such type of toilet is designed in which human excreta is treated by earthworms and being tested in India. It has been found to be a novel, low water use toilet for safe processing human waste. So the operation of the toilet is very simple and hygienic. This human excreta is completely converted to vermicates, isn't it? Which is a resource much needed for a soil. Okay, the vermi processing toilets is such type of toilets which process this vermicates, makes the vermicates, and it is a resource which is used for a soil. Now let's understand about sanitation at public places. In our country, fairs are organized periodically. A large number of people participated in them. In the same way, railway station, bus depots, airports, hospitals, and various other busy places. Thousands of people visit them daily. So the large number of waste is generated there. It must be disposed properly. Otherwise, epidemics could break. Various types of diseases spreads in the environment, isn't it? So this type of waste should be disposed properly. The government has laid down the certain standards of sanitation, but unfortunately they are not practicing and forced. We need to be follow the rules which is framed by the government for the betterment of the environment safe. However, all of us contribute in maintaining sanitation at public places. We should not scatter litter anywhere. If there is no dustbins on the side, we must carry that litter and throw in our home dustbin. Okay, so all these things will help. If we practice now, it will help to keep our atmosphere, our surrounding clean. Sanitation and disease. Okay, there is an unhygienic environment will create. Ultimately, it will affect the human health. So it is our duty to keep our environment clean. We all have to role play. Okay, we all have. It is our own duty to keep our environment clean and healthy. We must realize our own responsibility in maintaining the water sources in a healthy state. Adopting good sanitation practices should be our way of life, isn't it? As an agent of change, your individual initiative will make a great difference. Slowly, if you start practicing now, one day it will make a great difference. Influence others with your energy, ideas, and optimism. A lot of can be done if people work together. This is a great power in collective action. Here, one word very well said by Mahatma Gandhi that no one need to wait for anyone else to adopt a humane and enlightened course of action. किसी की हमें राह नहीं देखनी है. Just come out.